I speaking with Andrea? I said, yes. Max, who's calling? He said, I don't remember his name. He said, are you Lakeisha's daughter? I said, yes. He said, I'm sorry to inform you, but your mother has passed. My entire body went numb. I didn't understand what he was saying. I couldn't process what he was saying.
Alright, what's up with the YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video, right? So look, one of my supporters tagged me in a video on TikTok and asked me, can I bring it to the channel, because this young lady is trying to get her story out as much as possible. Now, I don't know the context around nothing. Y'all know I wait and do the reaction videos with y'all, but really I ain't gonna say too much because I want to hear the story in its totality. I might pause it here and there just to, you know, leave my commentary and things like that for those who come over here just strictly to hear what I got to say about certain things. But ultimately, let's go ahead and jump into this, see what's going on, and we're gonna talk about everything during the video and after the video and in the comment section. But before we move forward, I want to say I appreciate everybody for being here. I hope that everything is okay with you and your family, and I'm wishing y'all nothing but the best in every aspect of y'all's life. When I say that, I'm only talking to those who say it back to me in return, and to those who reciprocate the same energy back to me as well, but just not typing it out for whatever the reason may be. I will have her information somewhere, probably on the video, or you know how I do it. I'll put it somewhere to where everybody can see it and go over there, show some love, spread the message, do whatever you got to do to make sure that we can help this young lady. But ultimately, you know, like I said before, I don't know until we get into this. One of the captions said that her mother, you know, lost her life, and I just want to see what's going on. So I downloaded everything that I felt was associated to the situation in order to the best of my abilities. I don't know until we get into it, but anyway, we're here to check it out and see what's going on, so let's go ahead and do that.
Hey y'all. I just want to get on here and say that today I think is the day that I'm going to tell my mom's story, and tell everything that I've been experiencing since May 24th, 2023. I don't know why, but lately my heart has been really heavy with my mom and her story, and I believe that it's just time for me to try to take matters in my own hands and go the route that everybody's been telling me to do. And I think God has finally given me the strength to be able to do this, because this is not easy at all. So first and foremost, I just want to pray. Lord, I'm coming to you and I'm asking that you give me the correct words to say. God, I pray that these videos of my mother's story reach the correct people, reaches whoever it needs to reach, so that we can start putting up more of a fight to get the justice that my mom deserves. God, I pray that you lead me and guide me in these videos. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, y'all, so I had to say that prayer because I honestly don't know where I'm going with these videos. I don't have anything written down. I don't have nothing pre-planned or nothing. I'm just coming from the heart. So I don't know. We'll see where I get with this, and hopefully things can get better. So if you guys would like to follow my mom's story, I'll be posting it on TikTok, and I will be uploading part 1 really soon. Bye.
Okay, with her saying that, man, you know, I love the fact that she did do that prayer. Make sure y'all hit the like button. share the video, whatever the case may be, to help it reach more people. She wants us to be out, and I'm pretty sure, you know, if it was one of y'all, y'all would want the same thing done, and I will bring y'all story to the channel too as well. I ain't got the biggest channel, but it's pretty big, and it can reach a lot of people. So, you know, to kind of help it out, hit the like button, share it, and things like that. But let's get back into it. She seemed like she's so sweet
Hey
too.
y'all. Okay, this is part 1 of me telling my mother's story. My mom, Lakeisha Fluker Thompson, was murdered May 24th, 2023 by a man that she put her trust in, a man that she thought loved her, a man that she thought really cared for her, a man that was very manipulative. We did not want my mom to even go to Georgia because a couple weeks prior, or maybe like a week or two prior to that, he was calling my phone, kind of like talking crazy to me a little bit, trying to manipulate me into telling him things about my mom. So that kind of was like triggering to me a little bit, because it just made no sense why he felt that he could reach out to me and trying to get information from my mom about my mom. And May 12th, 2023 at 4:23 a.m. he texted me and said, "Thanks, Andrea, for blowing up my world." And I texted him back and said, "What does that mean?" He says, "I told you not to tell your mom I called." So, like I said, he had called me trying to get me to tell him things about my mom, and I wouldn't. So I told my mom that was weird to me.
Hell yeah.
So, this is what he says to me.
Weird as hell.
"You knew your mom and blank was and you told her anyway. That's cold, Andrea. I thought we were better than that.
Hey, true.
I bought the ring and the ticket for Sunday, was going to propose and surprise her, and tonight they told me they were." So I went to my mom's house and I was like, "Mom, I don't know what this is. I don't know what he's talking about. Why would you tell him that you have some other things going on elsewhere and blah, blah, blah." She looked at me and she was like, "I never told him any of that. Like, I never confessed to doing something with somebody else." And he wanted me to kind of basically agree with him and act like I knew what he was talking about, and to basically like tell on my mom. Yeah. So that same day, that was like triggering to my mom, and she was like crying about it. She was like sad about it, whatever. And they were on the phone, I guess, that entire night. Like I said, that was at 4 something in the morning when he started texting me. So he had her on the phone that whole time after that, and that whole day. So I had got a phone call from one of my siblings that was like, "Mommy been on the phone with dude, and he was going to kill himself."
Oh man, that fucker crazy.
So my mom was broken into pieces. She was frantic. She was like going crazy. She's crying so much, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, he goes completely silent on the phone. We called 911 from Detroit to Georgia, gave the address, and told them to go over there and do a welfare check on him. And he answered the door and he told them that, oh, he fell asleep on the phone. But how can you fall asleep on the phone when my mom is literally crying to you and asking you not to harm yourself. Ended up talking her into coming down to Atlanta, and she was agreeing with it because she felt bad. She's like, I need to probably be with him, comfort him, like let him know that, you know, I love you, whatever. On May 18th or 19th, right now I don't have it on top of my head, is when my mom left Detroit and went to Riverdale, Georgia. And she went to go see her boyfriend. And the first couple days that she was down there, it was good. She was so happy. She was like enjoying her time because she said that this was like a peace of mind to get away and also to be close to him because how she felt about what he was saying. But May 21st, he proposed to my mom and she said yes. She was happy. She was full of joy. The last time that I was on the phone with her, we were on FaceTime together and she was all over the place, like filled with so much joy. Like she posted it on Facebook. Like, I mean, my mom was literally excited. Her kids, not so much. Because we felt like we knew what type of guy he was. And I'm the oldest, and I truly just wanted better for my mom. And I knew that he was not the one for her.
I feel that. Real talk.
Hey, y'all. Alright, so this is part 2. How my mom's fiance told her 3 days after proposing to her. So I told y'all May 21st, my mother said yes, and she was overly excited. We talked multiple times, even sat on the phone the day before, May 23rd. We sat on the phone for like 17 minutes talking about how she wanted her wedding. So, fast forward to May 24th at about 3:40ish in the morning. I received a call from her fiance, and he started the conversation off by saying, you need to call your mom. You need to get your mom. She just left walking. I simply told him, well, you need to go get my mom because my mom not from there. She shouldn't be walking. She shouldn't be in no area that she not even familiar with. Like, that don't even sound right. He said, you just call your mom phone because she left it here and I'm looking for it. I need to find it. So I said, if my mom don't have her phone, why would you let her leave walking? Like, this is still not adding up to me, but it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to school in the morning, so I'm not really thinking full-blown nothing bad about it, because I had my mom's location, so I checked the location just to make sure that the phone was still at his house like he said. And the phone was still there, but I'm not understanding how she lost, how he said that she lost her phone in the house and they was looking for it, and then they start arguing, and she left walking. So I asked him, okay, well, what y'all arguing for? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, y'all should be asleep by now. He like, cause your mama drunk. I told her that I didn't want to marry her alcoholic ass, and she said she didn't want to marry my dope fiend ass. Since I'm such a dope fiend, then we shouldn't be together. And you knew about her still talking to your stepdad, and if she don't want to be with me, she don't gotta be with me. You know, just going on and on and on about them arguing. And he said in the middle of them arguing, she threw her ring and said that she was she was over it. She didn't want to do this no more. So I politely asked, can you just go find my mom, please? Like, once you find my mom, then I could calm her down. I could talk to her, whatever. He said, oh, wait, here she go right here, ringing the doorbell excessively and banging at the door. She just keep banging at the door, ringing the doorbell. And I'm like, well, I don't hear no doorbell. I don't hear no doorbell, or I don't hear no banging or no loud noise. And then he started yelling and hung up the phone. So that kind of like threw me for a loop a little bit, because I never heard the doorbell. But I just gave it a little time, and then I called my mom's phone, since he said it was her at the door. But she never answered, and that was the last time I heard from him. I really only went back to sleep because they do a lot of arguing. So I feel like this was kind of just like the norm for them. Like, so I went back to sleep, not knowing that I would wake up and my life would be completely ruined. At 9:30 that morning. Oh, y'all, this so hard.
Take your time.
At 9:30 that morning, May 24th, I received a phone call from an Atlanta, Georgia number. And I wasn't going to answer because it wasn't his number. It wasn't a known number to me. So when I answered the phone, I'll never forget this. The man said, hello, am I speaking with Andrea? I said, yes. Max, who's calling? He said, I don't remember his name. He said, are you Lakeisha's daughter? I said, yes. He said, I'm sorry to inform you, but your mother has passed. My entire body went numb. I didn't understand what he was saying. I couldn't process what he was saying. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I said, well, how did she pass? What is going on? And he said, I'm sorry, but it was a self-inflicted hit. Y'all, telling this story is so hard. So I'm gonna take a break and make a part 3. Hey y'all, this is part 3 of me explaining what happened to my mom. Her fiance her 3 days after proposing. The medical examiner's office told me stuff to the head. So I had a lot of questions that I wanted to know. Number one is, how can you guys determine if it was so fast? This just happened. You guys called me at 9:30 in the morning and telling me, and you guys told me that the phone call was at 7 something that morning. So how are you guys able to determine if it was versus homicide without doing any type of investigation? No questioning for him. No, it's just because he was the one that made the 911 call. That's what you're going with. It's just self-inflicted. So the medical examiner's office told me that they had nothing to do with that I would have to go through the police department. So I called Clayton County's police department, and I was speaking with a detective. Her name is Detective We have the same name, Detective Andrea Rosas.
They full of shit.
And from day one of her answering the call, I knew that I was going to have trouble with trying to figure out what really happened to my mom. She was very nonchalant. She didn't show that she had any concern or really any care, which is okay with me. You probably deal with this type of stuff on a daily basis, so I don't really know. But I wanted to know if an autopsy was done on my mom.
Right.
Is that the way that you guys ruled this out as, or are you just going with what this person said? So she told me that there was not an autopsy done on your mother because we know that this was so because we already know that she did it to herself, then we don't have to do an autopsy report because we already know the cause of death. So I was really left confused because I thought when everyone dies, everybody gets an autopsy, but no. So she told me that if I wanted an autopsy done on my mom, that I would have to come out of pocket with $7,000. So I knew that I didn't have the $7,000 to pay for an autopsy to be done. So now I want to know, well, are you guys investigating him? Are you guys looking at him at all? Why is it just ruled out as? What shows that it was? Am I able to hear the 911 call? Am I like?
Yeah.
I don't understand none of this, and I would like some answers. Then I also asked her, well, are you able to tell me what side my mom got shot on? And I wanted to know this because that's a very important piece of information in my mom's situation because my mom is left-handed. Not many people are left-handed. So I was thinking in my head, like, if my mom did it to herself, it would definitely be on her left side, on her dominant side. So they told me that they wouldn't be able to tell me that information.
About
so
your own damn
I
mama.
really didn't let this die down. I kept calling her, emailing her. I'm like, can you please just look at the case, reconsider. Like, I don't want this to be ruled out as right, and I know that this is not what it is. I sent her the screenshot of him calling me at 4 something in the morning. I told her everything, what I told you guys in part 2 about them arguing and stuff. I sent her the messages of him being insecure before she even came out there. I did all of that. And so I just...
You know what? With this type of situation, he should have been the main primary suspect like they do in any other case. He should have been, interrogated to this fullest extent. Also, they should have checked his records. They did a wellness check on him for tripping that one time. And then you got to look at it like this too. If he has been texting her about another man, that's more reason than they need to investigate thoroughly about this situation, especially if somebody's calling you to let you know, hey, look, something ain't right about this shit. I need y'all to check it out, look at everything for what it really is. But it sounds like they really didn't want to deal with this case. Either he knows somebody there. There's something to this shit. This don't just sound right to me. You know what I'm saying? Because down here in Texas, they on your ass. Now, I know some things slip through the rug, you know what I'm saying? You can't catch every single thing, and sometimes they do let certain shit go. But majority of the times, they be on it, and they gonna make sure that the spouse is the first person that they interrogate. They gonna check the home, they gonna check the phones, they gonna do all of that shit in most cases. But when she said his energy wasn't right, that's something that's very, very real. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when somebody not right for your mama, or really anybody that you got a genuine love for. Y'all already got the connection. And you can see when someone is not being loved correctly, even if they can't see it themselves. And sometimes, it's just sad and unfortunate that it leads to stuff like this. That's why it's best to get out of any situation when it shows you at any given time that it's not meant for you. But sometimes we give people more chances than they deserve, and we, have to deal with the consequences. But I just hate this for her. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into it, man.
Started emailing her back and forth.
And that woman sounded rude as hell.
So she finally, I guess, I don't know why, let up and was like, okay, we're going to get an autopsy report done to prove to you that this is what she tells me, to prove to you that this is. So I'm like, okay. I started to get a little bit of hope because I'm like, man, okay, the autopsy can show something different and maybe things can go a different route from there. So she ended up getting the autopsy done, and when it was finished, she called me, but I told her, could you please email me everything that you said on the phone, because I didn't tell her, but I want to keep everything in my email. So this is the message that she emailed me after the autopsy was done. When speaking with the medical examiner that performed the autopsy on your mother, he advised the entry wound was to the right temple with a diagonal trajectory path leftward and back. So the exit wound was in the area where the side of the head and back of the head kind of meet. He advised this is a common trajectory path for some wounds. Furthermore, during the examination at the time of the autopsy, he noticed marks on the back of your mother's right hand, which was splatter. That would indicate that at the time of her hand was in close range of the entry site for it to have splatter on the back of her hand. Taking those findings as well as her being intoxicated, there is sufficient to rule the manner of death as being, as I stated over the phone with the findings from the autopsy, I do not have any other evidence to further this investigation. So basically, she just told me that forget the fact that she's left-handed. Forget the fact that she got on her non-dominant side. Forget the fact that they were arguing. Forget the fact that they were in the house by themselves. And forget the fact that it was with in his house. Because other situations have shown from their autopsy, from the way that the book went in and exited.
Yeah, the trajectory.
That's it. That's what we're going with. It's, guys, I'm so sorry. This story is long. I'm trying to explain everything that's happened since the day she passed up until now, which has me here doing this.
Take your time.
So keep watching out for part 4. Thank you guys so much. I love you all.
She needs to vent too.
Hey y'all. Okay, this is part 4.
I know this feels good to get it off.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who is still watching my mother's story. I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying that it reaches the right people to help me get the justice that my mom deserves. So, I have tons of emails going back and forth with the detective, and literally no matter what I said, no matter what I brought to her, she just, it was like, it was her decision. Like, I'm going with what I'm going with. That's it. Like, it's no talking me out of changing the cause of death.
Now, sometimes people move like that because sometimes people have a hard time understanding it is what it is from a scientific standpoint, right? But I still feel like people be knowing what the hell they be talking about. Some people do be delusional, where you can tell she's fully sane. She know what the hell she's talking about. I don't know how she was at the time, but I feel like she still was level-headed enough to really understand that it's a possibility that this man took. Well, it's really, she feel like it is him that did it, and I think they should have took more heed to that and did more extensive due diligence to make sure they knew exactly what the hell was going on with this case. But yeah, I know she just need to vent. And anybody out here saying any weirdo shit talking about she take a long time to tell stories and all of that, get your nose ass on. Anyway, what you doing here? We need to let this girl vent, get it off her chest. This woman vent, get it off her chest. And you know what I'm saying, try to make sure that this reaches the masses, because this is a sad and unfortunate situation, and a lot of people are out there going through shit and they never get heard. You know what I'm saying? Their families never get heard, and that's crazy as hell to me. But hold on, this video finna end. Well, it ain't finna end, but it ain't too much longer. Let me go see what I can find, because I think that it's more videos. I thought that everything that she had, I ain't finna explain all that shit here, but I thought that these videos with the purple shirt was it, but I seen there's some more videos, so let me download them too, add it to this, and I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. So I got a couple of more parts, and it looks like one of the videos is a phone call, and it's the dude. So, yeah, she got some receipts. Let's go ahead and get back into it. I just wanted to make sure I'm getting as much as possible so we can watch everything in totality. Let's get back into it, though.
So I literally was just on the verge of like giving up until one day, yeah, I was in the laundry room and I was by myself.
Right.
And I was just standing there for a little minute and a voice came in my head, and it was like my mom's voice. And she told me, she said, "Andrea, do not give up on me." Oh, y'all. "Andrea, do not give up on me. I did not do this to myself. And I suffered really bad before I died. So please do whatever you can to fight and never give up. Mommy loves you, and I'm watching over you." Y'all, that day hurt me like it was the first day all over again. Because I don't want to know exactly what happened to her. I don't want to go into detail. I don't want to know if she was hurting, if she was suffering. But she came directly and told me that herself. So from that day forward, I knew I had to put my big girl drawers on and do what I needed to do to fight to get justice for my mom. So, yeah, I ended up hiring a private investigator, totaling to almost $6,000. I ended up, he actually works with a law firm, so I hired a lawyer that he was already connected with, and that cost $10,000. A lot of money spent, and I got my private investigator and lawyer November or December of 2023, and here we are, still nothing. My private investigator and lawyer are doing the best that they can, but they get ignored a lot. So they tried to reach out to Detective Rosas, and she refuses to speak with either of them because she said that the case is closed, and she's actually moved up to a supervisor position, so she doesn't have to speak on that case anymore. So my lawyer and private investigator just went on their own and did their own digging and went deep into their own investigation. And okay, they found out that my mom's hands were never tested for gunpowder residue. His hands were tested, and they came back positive of gunpowder.
That's crazy as hell.
The police said that that's normal because he was in close proximity when she shot herself, which is crazy to me. They also looked at the crime scene photos, and the scene looked really staged. The way that her body was positioned just looked like it was really staged. And the crime scene, they found out the crime scene was tampered with because the gun was moved. And then they found out that his son was on the scene before the police arrived. Where did his son come from? If my mom did this to herself, and his son has a criminal background, bad background, so yeah, we're putting 2 and 2 together ourselves. Then we found out that there were pills spilled next to her and a vape laying on the side of her to make it seem like she was either going to take the pills or herself. Like she was just so determined to get up out of here. Found out that she had scratches and bruises on her knees. My lawyer and them thinks that from the way that her body was positioned, they think that she had to be kneeling on her knees when she got shot. She was laying flat on her back. So, yourself, boom, okay, you probably might go this way, you go on the side. I don't know, I've never seen it, but to just fall flat back like this and be laid straight across the floor doesn't sound right to me. We also found out that in the beginning of the year that my mom passed away, he had dealings with another woman, and he pulled out the same gun that was used to kill my mom. He pulled that same gun out on another woman in March of 2023. And the police were contacted and involved, so they knew about it. Honestly, I could go on and on and on with things that my private investigator found and lawyer found, but still nothing changes the mind of the Clayton County Police Department. They simply just don't care. So with that being said, we still fighting. Here it is, 2025, August, but I'm never giving up on my mom. But before this video ends, it's one thing that I want to say. On July 10th, 2024, my mom's fiance called me. This is his
That's the phone
first
call.
time reaching out, my first time hearing from him
My birthday.
since May 24th at 4 in the morning. He told me that he couldn't contact any of my family because his lawyer and the police said that he couldn't reach out to us. Which, if you're not a suspect and my mom herself, why do you have a lawyer? So he was contacting me now to explain what actually happened on that day, because his daughter told him that videos are going across social media saying that he was the one, my mom, and he didn't. So y'all, me being quick on my feet that day, I recorded the entire conversation. So, for part 5, I'll be dropping footage of the actual audio of me and his phone conversation. So, stay tuned. You don't want to miss these lies. But I'm praying that these videos make it to the right people and we get the justice that she deserves and this man go where he belongs. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
Getting back in the country, they told me that the investigation was over and I could pick up my stuff. So I got my stuff, my phone.
What? I'm so confused. So
my daughter told me that she seen something online saying that that you guys said that I killed your mom, and I'm like, what?
You did.
What? How would I kill? I didn't kill your mom. Me and your mom had a good night and everything. Her friend called her. Her friend called her and told her, because she didn't want to go to the wedding. I remember this. So her friend called her and got her all out of flex about everything, and told her if she didn't come to her wedding, she was never going to see her again. Then your mom started drinking heavily. Drinking. And we got into it. I said, stop drinking. I said, I don't want you. And then I called. She went outside. She went out and left. And I called you. I said, I don't know what's wrong with your mom. You don't remember that?
Yeah. What all did you say?
I said we were both drinking and everything, and so I don't kind of remember everything that I told you would happen that night. But
he don't want to get caught lying.
Out of control. Then she came back, and my gun was on the dresser. She grabbed it, and she put it to my head. So I'm thinking that it's nothing in the gun anyway. So I begged her. I said, go ahead, me. I said, I'm ready to go see my mom and dad anyway. So then she took the off to me, went back in the bedroom. So it had no bullets in it anyway. I only had two. It was in my jewelry box. So in between that time she was in the room, I'm still in the living room listening to music. I hear go off, feel it. So I'm like, what the fuck? There's no bullets in that gun. And then she said, that's a warning shot. That's what she told me. So I was like, well, that must have been the one that was in the chamber.
He said it had nothing in there a while ago.
So I said, it must have been, I must have left one in the chamber or something. So when she came out with it, when I was in the living room, she came out with it, put it to her head. Pointed to her head, said she was going to. I said, no, you ain't going to do it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. She kept walking in front of me where my TV was at, walking with the gun in front of her. I said, you don't want to do this, girl. And she kind of tripped and went off. That was it.
And the gun went off.
I didn't even know it was any vinegar.
It sound like bullshit.
This is not making sense at all to me. So,
I mean, if that girl wouldn't have never told her that stuff, talking about it, you don't ever want to see you. If you don't come to my wedding, I ain't gonna never see you again. And I'd be damned. It damn sure happened. Fucked me up. I mean, I shouldn't have bought that sip of liquor because she was on them strong medication pills. Because those narcotic pills and alcohol.
I gotta stop it real quick. He sound like he full of shit. He sound like he don't even give a damn. Like there's not a concerned, fiance. Like what the hell are you doing, bro? Like I just don't get it, bro. And then it's just so crazy that he using her friend's situation to make her seem like she just went crazy behind the friend. It's kind of sounded like to me, and everything is allegedly in this video from beginning to the end, every single word coming from me, but it sounds like when it possibly could have happened, but I don't think it would have made her go crazy. But I'm simply saying he probably heard her saying that and probably felt like, boom, that's the way I can do it. You're already mad about another dude and shit, you feel me? It just sound crazy to me. The story sound made up. First 48 would have told his ass up. And then the interrogation, if it was done properly, his ass probably would have still been in custody. This shit crazy. Let's get back into it. Because it don't make sense. She tripped, it went off, but it wasn't in her dominant hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the way that it just sounds crazy. Let's go.
What you mean? The what pills?
Her medication she was on, them narcotic pills.
She don't even take narcotics.
That's what she told me. She said these pills are narcotic pills.
She don't.
That they gave me from, that I got prescription from the treatment center I went to. That's what she told me. And those pills mixed with alcohol, delusional and everything. It causes all kinds of stuff.
So what are you calling me for right now?
I mean, I just got my phone back. So I said, well, let me call her and let her know because they closed it. I can call you and talk. I couldn't call nobody before. So I just wanted to straighten it out, let you know what happened. Because they told me, do not call y'all. They would tell y'all what happened. But apparently, they didn't tell y'all what happened.
You didn't tell them what happened either.
I told them everything that happened. I told the investigator what happened the first time. I told her she kept wanting me to come down there and tell her what happened again and again and again. I was like, no, I don't want to relive this over and over. I told you what happened the first time. They kept me down there for like 10 hours after it happened, and I told them everything that happened. So I don't know what they told you, but when I told the investigator everything what happened, they took my statement, everything. Then she wanted to come down there and release another statement. I said, no, I'm not releasing another statement. I told you what happened the first time. Well, I got to keep telling you what happened over and over. I don't want to keep reliving it. I told her this was very dramatic to me.
So just randomly out of nowhere, my mom just shot herself.
I don't know why she. I ain't never left my. I had never left my house. Period. I was looking for something in my drawer, and I put it on the dresser, and I regret that I never put it back up. I regret that because when we got in an argument, when I told her I didn't want to get married anymore, I said something I don't want to. I mean, I can't marry nobody that drinks as much as already. And besides, and with the lady, and she was like, everybody keeps leaving me, my girlfriend, and mom, my aunt, and she was like, now you leaving. The other girlfriend told me if I don't, and she said, I said, I don't know why she done that. I don't. I mean, I regret breaking up with her at my house and all that. Yeah, I do. I wish I would have waited till she got home and did it. Because it wouldn't have happened at my house.
It wouldn't have happened, period, because she didn't do that. She don't even know how to use it.
Are you kidding me? Your mom used to be in a game. She told how much you don't know about your mom? Your mom had shotguns. So?
So if you didn't.
But anyway, I just wanted to tell you what happened. I'm not here to dispute anything what happened and everything because I really don't want to relive what happened. Because I feel bad. I feel bad because I feel like if I wouldn't have said that I didn't want to marry her no more, I feel like she would say, I don't know, she might not have done that. I just called her. Let you know.
She just said, if he didn't say he didn't want to marry her, she wouldn't have done it. But I thought she did it because her friend said she would never see her again. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. That nigga, okay, I'm about to start talking like like I normally talk. I gotta filter myself for YouTube, but he not keeping nothing the same. It's always like it's all over the place, like she said in the beginning. We all know that, but I'm just saying I gotta credit her for saying it because she was right. He is all over the place. I can see why she's so goddamn frustrated and upset about this because he's manipulating. Well, he think he's manipulating, but you can see the unseriousness in his voice. He act like he really don't give a damn. Let's get back into it though.
I got my, they released my property and everything. Her phone, they released. I guess they're gonna release her phone. So you'll see, what she text and friend and all that. I mean, I don't know if that's still on there or whatever, but you'll see. One thing I can tell you is what I know. I don't know what was going on in your mom's head and why she done what she done. I can't tell you that.
So where did she herself?
Where? In my living room. She done a warning in my bedroom. I was in the living room. She started warning in my living room. She said this was a warning.
They were fighting over the gun in there.
And the police officer asked me, why did you say this is a warning? I said, I don't know.
Sounds like they were fighting over the gun in their room.
I don't know why.
I understand.
So if it was nothing,
So, when your mom drinks, and when she drinks heavily like that, I mean, she do stuff that I scratch my head. She said she didn't want to be here no more. That's the last thing I remember her saying. I don't want to be here.
He freestyled.
So you didn't watch her yourself.
Yes, I did. I didn't think there was any bullets in it. I didn't know that there was a bullet in the gun. When she shot that lit in the bedroom, I thought, okay, because I knew I had took all the rest of it. So I didn't know if there was one in the chamber, but when she one in the bedroom, I figured it wasn't no more bullets in it.
He full of shit, boy.
So you just went out the country and been gone ever since.
Out the country.
I mean, I was devastated.
He was devastated. He ran. He fled.
I mean, I'm moving out of this country,
So now life just gets to go on for you after this just. And it's been a whole year later, and you just now reaching out.
I was told I couldn't contact you. I didn't have my phone. They had confiscated everything. So the investigator team told me don't contact me. Don't contact nobody in their family. Don't contact me.
That's just crazy to me. That's not what I was told.
I don't know what you was told, but I know what I was told. And they just gave me my phone back. So I just got back in touch to get my phone. So, and when they told me, when my lawyer told me everything was done, the investigator was over with, and I got my phone.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just as devastated as you are. I have no reason to lie about this. I love your mom. I mean, why would I kill your mom? Man, it don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Why would I kill your mom?
Same question I want to know.
Yeah, why would I do that? That don't make no sense. I mean, ever since I met her mom, she was talking about killing herself. Ever since I met her. I just didn't know it was going to happen at my house.
Should have got her help.
She was perfectly fine before she got to your house, so I'm a little confused.
Your mom was happy when she got to my house. She was happy as she could. I mean, she was high on life and everything. Everything was, like I said, she talked to her friend about that. She didn't want to go to that wedding. Her friend said that, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know why everything just flipped with remember when I called you, I told you something wrong with your mom. I called you and told you that she had left my house and went walking somewhere. I told you that.
And you hung up on me because you said that she was at the doorbell and I never heard the doorbell.
I said she was at the door. She came in the door.
That's not what you said. You said that she was ringing the doorbell non-stop.
I never locked the door. So, no, I didn't think she was ringing the doorbell. I never even locked the door.
I remember the conversation like it was yesterday. It's me that's traumatized, not you.
You do that what?
I remember every part of the conversation. It's me that's traumatized, not you.
I'm traumatized myself. I was traumatized myself. You know, the therapy and everything. Okay. But you think this happened? I know this is your mom, and I'm just sorry that this happened and everything, but some things, when you see something, you can't unsee it. So I was once traumatized.
Alright. Hey y'all. I told myself I wasn't even going to respond to some of like the negative comments, but I don't know how to feel about this. I think if it was evidence, he would be locked up. This comment alone got my mind just like, wow. I literally just posted so much evidence. The phone call alone was enough evidence to prove that he's lying. I didn't need this comment, and I'm gonna remember this comment when he do get locked up, because my God is good, and I know, I don't know the time or the day, but I know justice will be served for my mother.
Definitely.
And another comment. For you to be talking to him about this so calmly is odd. I want to know what's so odd about it. Clearly, I said I'm talking calm so that I can get information out of him. It's not odd. It's called strong, and it's called fighting, because my mom can't speak for herself, but she got a daughter that's gonna step till I have no breath left in my body. I know exactly what I was doing when I was doing it. It was clearly done on purpose. Had I not been so calm, then I would have never got half of the fabricated ass story that I got from him on that phone call. I probably would have gotten nothing but him hanging up on me. So yeah, until you're in a situation like mine, please don't tell me what to do nor how to do it. I know exactly what I'm doing. Justice is gonna get served for my mama, for sure.
Well, that's the end of that video, you know, and I really can't stand people that be out here like doing that weirdo shit. Like, you can tell what she was doing from the beginning to the end, but I think people wasn't reading. I don't even know if y'all gonna be able to read everything that she was writing down there, but you can read different little prompts that she was leaving down there, let you know exactly what she was doing, pinpointing certain shit so you can pay attention to it and different things like that. But some people are dedicated to misunderstanding you or being problematic. I noticed that when I was on YouTube. I'm like, man, some people just be saying, that's why I go off so damn bad on folks, because they be just doing shit for no reason. But ultimately, you know, I just honestly feel like that when it's a situation like this and it doesn't reach the peak or the point, I can't say the peak, but the point where it's at right now, it's kind of hard to get justice. But I'm not going to say she won't get it. I'm just saying they already done let him go. He out the country. I'm pretty sure he figured out who don't have jurisdiction on extraditing him back, you know, different things like that. But hopefully, in all actuality, he gets what he deserves. In my personal opinion, I feel like he lying. And I'm not just simply saying that because she lost someone. It's clear as day what the hell is going on, and that's why I don't understand why the people didn't keep his ass in jail until they did a thorough investigation. Now, people in certain places of authority, they do have, you know, power to make certain things go a certain way. So when the woman was saying that I'm gonna prove to you and this and this and that wasn't sounding like someone who's in your corner. It sounds like somebody who has something against you, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? They probably tired of you calling and things like that. But what do you expect? Someone lost their mother. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Hopefully she gets the justice that she deserves, the viewership that she's trying to get, the correct souls, the people that's your soul family, you know, people that really, really are for you. I hope they see that. Even though it's gonna be some monitoring spirits that's gonna be weird as hell, ultimately I hope that it reached the audience that it deserves to reach. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you get justice. I know you'll probably run across this video. I hope that, you know, your mom can really, really rest in peace once you get her the justice that she deserves. It's sad and unfortunate that the weirdo got away for now, but I'm pretty sure y'all will get what y'all looking for. Just don't give up, you know what I'm saying, and keep you some faith with you along your journey. But that's all I got to say so far, because I feel like we're going to be doing an update on his ass going to jail. But anyway, that's all I got to say right now. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. This done drained me. It really done messed me up just thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? Because, damn, you never know what's really, really going on behind closed doors. When somebody really truly in love with someone and they are manipulative like he is and shit like that, you really never really get the real full truth, and it'll drive a person crazy, especially with it being your mama. But I'm glad she's staying strong, because a lot of people would have been there and grabbed a hold to his ass or pinpointed him and just, you know, did what, you know, they feel is right. You know what I'm talking about. But hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I gotta go, and I'm gonna holler at y'all in the comment section and on another video. All right.